Hi, third graders, it's Mr. Barrett. Today is day 4, our buyer's market for our study of decimals. Today we're going to create prices for 12 household items, order them least to greatest, and then play store, really play market with some change and our tags that we've made in our 12 items. And we're going to buy these items using exact change. Should be kind of fun. Today you're going to need 12 small items from around your house. Make sure you have your folks' permission. Make sure it's nothing breakable. And any small items would do. Today for my buyer's market, I've got a box of Kleenex, a small truck, some crayons, I've got a water bottle, and a soccer ball. Those are just some of the items I grabbed from around the house, and I'm going to use as my part of my buyer's market, items from my buyer's market. You're going to need dimes and pennies as well today, small cups or those muffin cups that we've been using to organize our change, paper and pencil, scissors, and that day 4 activity page if you want. If you want to print that out, that would be just fine. But I'm going to show you right now how to make that day 4 activity page. It's very, very simple. So the activity page for today is really just a series of price tags. So what we're going to do is create a grid, a 3x4 grid on our piece of paper. What I want you to do is start by doing one line down the center of your paper, and then 2 lines right about there. And then we're going to do 2 lines about like this, okay? And as you see, we've made a 3x4 grid now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 spaces that we're going to use to write our prices. So now we're going to make our small price. I'm going to write $0.07. That's 7 cents. 7 cents for my first price tag. The second one's going to be 55 cents. Followed by 29 cents. And feel free to pause as we're going on here if you want to make this right along with us. And 20 cents for that last one. And I would like you to make these prices. Next, 18 cents. 0.18, that's 18 cents. 86 cents is going to be our next price. 94 cents will be our next one. And 70 cents. 70 cents will be our next one. Okay. Then, home stretch here, 43 cents will be our next price. 35 cents. 4 cents. Oops. And 62 cents for our final one. And again, I would like you to use these exact values, the same ones that I'm using here. The real reason being, I want some values in there that are single, just hundredths cents, so like 7 cents and 4 cents. And I also would like some values in here that don't have anything in that pennies value there, like 70 cents and 20 cents. Okay, so I would like you to use these values because I think that's going to help us the most in the future with our study of this. Next thing I want you to do is cut these out. So you have just a series of tags. I think you know how cutting works, but I've got my scissors here and I'm just going to cut along these lines as best I can. So I have a series of price tags. Why don't you do that now? Okay, so I've just finished cutting and now I've got my stack of 12 price tags that I can use to start attaching to items that I've chosen. So the first one, let's see, 18 cents. I think that would go great with my little truck here. I'm just gonna, excuse me, I'm just gonna kind of tuck this into my truck and that'll be my thing that's worth 18 cents. 5 cents, I think that would go great with my crayons. I can maybe put a little piece of tape on there or just even just set it on the top, it's fine. Okay. So now what I'd like you to do is attach values. Attach these values to all of the 12 items that you've gathered from around your house. Why don't you do that now? The next thing I'd like you to do is to order these items from least to greatest. And I can't fit 12 items in here on my little document camera, but I'm just going to do 2 of them for you. So I would take my 18-cent car and say, okay, that's less than my 35-cent box of crayons. So 18 cents is less than 35 cents. And what I envision here is a big long string of 12 items. Maybe you could have mom or dad take a picture of it, or draw a picture of it on your paper of all of these 12 items ordered least to greatest to review the skill we learned yesterday of ordering decimals from least to greatest. And our final activity today, hopefully, is the most fun. What I'd like you to do is to set all these items up, set them out on a table, set them out in your room, someplace where mom and dad say it's okay. And I'd like you to have a market. And what I want you to do is get somebody else from your house to come into your market and to either have them run the store or have them buy some of these items using exact change. What do I mean by exact change? Sometime next week, we're going to start talking about adding and subtracting decimals. And we're going to talk about this idea of giving change back to somebody by subtracting decimal values in money. But we're not quite there yet. So all I want you to do today, when you're charging your little siblings or mom and dad, or anybody around the house, when you're charging them for these values, to use exact change. What I mean is, if this is an 18-cent item, you're going to have them give you exactly 18 cents. So you're going to have to give, if you're going to have one of your housemates be the buyer, you're going to give them your big stack of change of dimes and pennies and expect them to give you 18 cents and make sure that they've done it. 18 cents and 8 pennies. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's my 18 cents. And if somebody handed me that, I would count it to make sure, yes, indeed, that's 18 cents. And then you could give them the truck. That's the buyer's market that I'm going to have you do today. So I hope you have fun with this buyer's market, playing around with a younger sibling, maybe an older sibling or mom and dad, anybody who's willing to play buyer's market with you and buy some of these wonderful items that you have for sale in your room and have some fun with it. You can, if you're looking for a challenge today, here's something I want you to think about. I want you to be the buyer, and you can do this with somebody else in your house, or you can also do this just totally on your own. And what I'd like you to think about is, okay, let's say I walked into my store today with just $2. $2, that's 200 cents. And I want you to begin to think about, in preparation for our adding and subtracting that we're going to do next week, I want you to think about, what is the greatest amount of items that I could buy for $2? What's the most amount of items? You're going to have to be a little bit clever with the combinations you put together of your items. And I want you to think, what is the most amount of items from my store that I could buy with $2? And then I want you to actually buy those items from yourself or from somebody in the house, or have a younger sibling or mom and dad buy those items, and see if you're right. See if you were correctly able to estimate how many items you'd be able to buy with just $2. If you're looking for an extra challenge today, that would be a great way to do it. Have fun. See you later.